Hello everyone, this is Grandpa Hickory. Hello to all from Texas. Friends, I've had quite a day. I have so many homeless cats come to my door. I've been up since 2:30 this morning. They come to my door and they scream and cry. And I take food out there. All my neighbors in this apartment complex, they're not happy about me feeding cats and giving water to them, but you know, I love God's little animals and I try to help them. Well, any road, I've had a couple little kitties that have come in, and these are the most precious cats I have ever come in contact with in my life. Now, this little bitty kitten that I brought in, I have to feed it cat milk, and the cat milk that I give it is this right here. She was taken from her mother when she was tiny. A little boy got her, and he didn't know the damage he was doing, but he brought it down here and dumped it out because he knows that I take care of cats. And he came out front, and I scolded the little boy. I told him, I said, when you took that baby away from its mother, the mother has ran off now, and she's not coming back. And I said, you've made it so hard on me, because now I have to get nourishment into this little bitty tiny kitten. Well, any road, to make a long story short, he's just a child. So you understand things like that happen. But these two cats, they're about approaching 5 months old. They literally captured my heart. They came into Grandpa's apartment like they own the place. And that little kitty that I told you about, listen, I've got scratch marks all over my body and teeth marks. They came in and calmed her down, and they played with her, and they took care of her, and they all slept together. Well, their sister come up that is a very beautiful mixed colored cat. I don't even know how to describe her. I'm going to do a video on her and show you what I'm talking. She's gorgeous, but any road, she's a wild thing. She does not want to come in here. She's a feral, and she does not want to be domesticated at all. Well, any road, these two came in this morning. One of the babies jumped up in my lap, and you know, I told him yesterday, I said, you know what, I think I'm going to keep you two. Y'all don't need to be separated because y'all been together ever since you was born. And you know, cats like that, they're soulmates. You don't want to separate them. All right, well now let me tell you what happened. I went walking this morning and I talked to Miss Jimmy. I saw Miss Pat over there. She lives in this apartment complex here. And she got a kitty named Chloe from a animal shelter. And I asked her where it was, and you know, she... So Miss Jimmy came over there and she told me exactly where it was. Well, after I finished walking this morning, I drove all the way over there. Well, I got there and there's a big old sign on the door said, open at 11 o'clock to 5 o'clock. It was 9:30. So I had to turn around, drive all the way back to my apartment. I hadn't eaten. Had to go to Walmart, buy another 20-pound bag and nearly $30 for cat food because they're going through a whole bag a week with all these cats I got coming up outside. And keep in mind, I live in a two-bedroom apartment, and I've got 4 cats. 3 that are almost completely grown, and 1 little tiny baby. I've got about 11 cats outside my door that I'm feeding every day, and they cry. They come to my door and they cry. And a lot of people say, so what? So what? Listen, I take care of God's little animals. I do it unto the Lord. Well, let me tell you what happened now. So I got back here, and both of the kitties come inside, and I gave that little gray one that I love so much a sardine. It's down here in the bowl. It didn't finish it. But I got my cat carrier out of the closet. It was 10 after 11. I loaded them both in the cat carrier. They did not protest. They didn't fight me at all. And I went out and got in my car, and I drove all the way over there. Little gray one kept sticking his hand out of the cage, and I told him, just calm down now. Don't hurt yourself, baby. I've got to try to help you. So I got to the animal shelter, and I hit that buzzer and hit the buzzer and hit the buzzer, because they're way back in the back taking care of animals. They can't hear. Well, finally, a boy came to the door and opened the door. Well, I went in. I had to fill out all these documents. They have to have your email address. You have to sign all these papers saying that you live in the city limits. If you live in the county, you cannot take animals to an animal shelter. I'm just letting you know if you don't know this. Well, they verified everything. They got my driver's license number. I had to sign all these papers, and they had to have a witness, which was the boy that was giving me the papers. He signed as witness. But he took the babies in there, and he took them out and put them in a smaller carrier, and they turned around and looked at me, and tears were coming out of their eyes and dripping off their little faces. Well, he gave me my cat carrier, and I left, and I cried all the way back to my apartment. But you know, people, I've already got 4 now. I've got those 2 there that needed help, plus their sister. I've got a cat that's coming up now that is fixing to have babies. It's pregnant. It's about that big around. I'm saying, estimating a litter of 9 is going to come from her. But you know what I thank God for? I've got help. I've got an animal shelter. They do not kill them. They don't euthanize them. They have adoptions. So I'm thankful to God for that. But I was still heartbroken. But you know what? I got a little boy that lives across from me here. His granddaddy was out there talking to him. He's buying him one of them slingshots that fit over your hand, comes all the way back here. They're extremely high-powered when you pull them back, and you're going to buy him a box of those pellets that are shaped like this. The little boy is planning on blinding these cats. Did you hear what I said? His granddaddy was out there telling him, there's some up there in the gutter, there's some in the tree right there, there's some on the roof right there. And the little boy, he said, well, what do you have? And the boy told him, pellet. Well, I'm going to tell you something. God made a way for me to get them babies out of here before these people could murder them. And that's what I tell myself, though I'm heartbroken. I tell you, I wish to God I had the money to buy me a farm out in the country I could live off-grid. I'd have barn cats. Listen, did you know that cats kill snakes, rattlesnakes, copperheads? Cats kill rats, field mice. They are beneficial. And yet so many people don't have the time or day for a cat. But I wanted to come and just talk to you people and tell you that my heart is broken. Those 2, my dad used to tell me, that's a lifetime cat. Once in a lifetime cat. And sometimes the Lord sends cats into your life that are a once in a lifetime cat. And that's what these 2 were. And now I've got to capture their sister and take her in, because I don't want them people killing that cat. People are cruel to animals. They really are. People tell you, contact Society for Prevention of Cruelty to Animals. Call them sometime. Lots of luck on getting an answer from them. Call the police department. Tell them, hey, there's some kids with a pellet gun, and they're going to do this, and they're going to do that. They'll tell you, sir, why don't you try to get along with your neighbors? And you're like, huh? This is a different day and hour that we live in. But I wanted you to know that my heart was broken, and these 2 little babies are gone. And the rest of that sardine that baby didn't finish, it's right here in the bowl below me here. And my heart hurts for it, but you know, there's times in our lives we have to do things to help others. And we have to be strong for them. And this is one of those times that Grandpa Hickory had to be strong for those babies. I'll be so glad when I can move out of the city. I don't like living in the city. It's nothing but a concrete jungle. There's no water source out there for little kitty cats. There's no food source. Then when you put bowls of water out and you put cat food out, your neighbors get madder than a bunch of Japs because you're trying to help God's little ones. But anyway, I just wanted to touch base with you. Please hit the like button. I'm inviting you to subscribe to my channel. Listen, my heart is broken, but I'm thankful to God that I was able to help those babies. I'll see you on the next video. Goodbye to all, and please, please be kind to the little animals. They have no one but us.